God. Oh no. Yeah, we're live on YouTube. YouTube. Okay. So a staggering system. I would say the biggest one is if they take enough damage in one hit, and maybe in like a critical spot, that should cause them to stop their attack. You know me? You know me? Where am I? I'm in the player character. Get me out of here. Physical animation hit. Damage actor. Their play rate is actually modified. No way. They also, I did not know I put that in on the enemies as well. They also have a thing that slows down their montage play rate, which is very interesting. Our player character, funny enough, actually has a much slower time frame now, like 0.05 to 0.03. So the enemy is 0.1. So let's try 0.5 for the enemies. And then we reset it 0.08 or 0.15. This is set to 0.12. Let's try 0.15. Let's see how that looks. Let's try it when one of them is in the middle of an attack. Okay, guess I missed. I think, yeah, their attack still goes through, which is kind of shit. Kind of shit, not very good. Kind of shit. If some gambling company made a Tarkov clone where you had to buy ammo with real money and then could sell stuff for real money in game, that might be pretty funny. I think Dr. D wanted to do that with his game, where you could actually sell things. I don't think those systems are going to fucking work well. I'm going to be honest. I think if anything, it just encourages so much toxicity. Or hacking, cheating, etc. So many factors there. It's just, I don't know. I think it's just dog shit. I don't even think the idea is cool. I'm gonna be honest. I don't even think the idea is cool. Making money from items in a video game. I don't know. I think it's, I don't know. I find it to be silly. I mean, items that you gain by like finding items in a game. You know, you got Counter-Strike with fucking randomized crates and items that you randomly get the more you play, but I don't know. You know, you end up with situations like old school RuneScape, where you got people gambling items. You know, they find ways to gamble the items if there's a trade system or anything like that. And then then you get real world trading, which becomes a huge problem as well. And it just becomes a huge problem. You know what I mean? Like, it just becomes a big fucking problem. It just becomes a problem. CS has this questionable sites? Yeah, it does, most definitely. It's a problem. Because you could definitely say it's a gateway to worse things. Definitely a gateway to worse things. Where am I? We need to find a way to stop an enemy attack in a way that isn't like weird. I guess, should we make it so anytime you strong attack an enemy, we count that as an attack stop? Like, their attack will stop if you hit them with a strong attack. I think what we should do is simple enemies can be stopped with one strong attack, whereas like larger enemies might need to take more hits or anything like that to kind of stagger them or stop them from hitting you if they're in the middle of an animation. I think that should be the way to go. But could also put it in the interface. You know what? Yeah, you know what? I think that's a great idea. Let's call this stagger strength. Not necessarily stagger. Well, yeah. Let's do that. Now we have a new variable, stagger strength. Yeah. And what we'll say for this value is we'll just hook up strength to it. And for now, it'll be basically a 0 to 1 value. And then, and only then, we can go here. Cannot override damage actor at event damage actor, which was declared an apparent with a different signature. What the fuck? What the fuck? What? I had to compile the root I hate this engine. Oh. You're gonna make me go crazy. Where's my grunt? Help me. There are other engines that use C++, remember? I don't care about those other engines. I don't care. Let's make a function for staggering. Add to stagger, accumulate stagger. Damage balance. Superfire seems to have a lot of reviews now. Did you sell a lot? At least 5. At least 5 copies. I'm not a millionaire. Guys, don't stop spreading misinformation. I'm not rich. I don't like saying damage balance because that doesn't sound right. Damage. What's another word for balance? I don't like the word balance. Damage footing. Oh. Damage steadiness. Oh. No, damage footing. Damage poise. I like damage footing. He didn't move into another room. He bought a house. No, I wish I did, man. I wish I could afford a house. You kidding me? You kidding me? I wish I could. That'd be great. So we have a footing value. Let's go ahead and do current footing. This would probably end up being an attribute set, but you know, whatever. We'll call this footing. Told the IRS. I don't work with the IRS. That's American. That's American. Everyone thinks you're American? Yeah. Why? Question, why? Why? Which one day may become true? I don't want to move to Americas. The United States of I'm golden. Okay, so current footing minus amount.
Shit my pants, I did.
My pants I did. Set current footing.
Hell yeah.
Ben, thank you for the prime. Thank you. 8 years? What the hell? Because asshole equals American? No, you could be an asshole anywhere. I've met a lot of European assholes. Not like, not literally, but you mean, yeah, I mean figuratively. Not yeah, you know what I mean. Whatever, yeah. You know what I mean. I don't need to, listen, don't talk to me. So we'll create a thing called stagger, and this will only occur when the footing becomes 0. So here we'll stop any montages. The blend out time is taken, which kind of sucks because that means that they might still follow through with an attack. Yeah, we'll find out. And then from here, we're going to reset the current footing back to max footing. Basically, every time they stagger, we'll reset their footing so that they get back into the play. We might change this and make it so maybe they only reset 75% of their max footing, and then they regenerate it over time. That would be another potential idea. So if current footing is less than or equal to 0, then we'll say, hey, stagger. So currently, all this is stopping the animation if they hit a certain amount of footing. And then footing can have a different value per enemy. I shall not give you a prime to teach you a lesson. Maybe next time you'll read my messages. You don't... that really hurts me, man, that you would say that. Wow. That really, you know, that really hurts. Nabil, how's it going? Okay, so damage footing. So let's see, when we do a strong attack, it should stop their attack. Maybe not the spiders, but let's see. Yeah, stopping his animation, which is great. Except for the spider. So if I hit them with a light attack, that technically shouldn't stop their animation. Yeah. But a strong attack will stop their animation. Now, technically speaking, I think when we do that, that stops their animation anyways. I think what we could do is when we parry an attack, okay, let's see. What can we add on top of the stagger? Launch enemy character impulse with strength. We do not have a value in here for duration. So let's go ahead and add a value for that for duration. Yes. Yes. So default 0.3, which is what we currently have. So then in the stagger, we'll do a launch enemy character. We're probably going to want the impulse to be... Let's feed in the vector value for the impulse here. That hit impulse will go here. And then that will allow us to... Now, I don't... the number might be a bit high, I will say. Okay, hold on. I think I call this from my player character. So I want to see what is the number that we're using for strength. Is it 1? It's 200? Oh, that is... Oh, okay. So we probably want this to be like 400 with a duration of like 0.7. And let's see how that looks. See how it looks. So when we hit an enemy with a strong attack, they'll... They do, obviously they slide, because we don't have like... We don't have like a proper walking thing for them, but... An additional issue that we have is... we don't have a strength curve. So I want to see if we give them a strength curve, how does it look? Yeah, it looks all right. Let's do none for now. I really hope chatter wasn't being serious. I do not know. I do not know. Yeah, I think we need that... that physical animation system. But it's fun. I would like to, for the hit impulse, let's do a random cone. What is a elliptical cone versus a normal cone? What the hell does that mean? What is elliptical cone? Elliptical cone. Err. Oh, max yaw in degrees, max pitch in degrees. What is max yaw? Uh-oh. Max pitch would be 0. Max yaw, I guess, would be 35. I think it's yaw. Yes. Then we're going to take the vector length of this and multiply it. I actually don't know if we even need this now that I think about it, but because I think the impulse is it's normalized. The strength is the actual value that we care about. So by adding a cone, we kind of randomize their launch direction a little bit. Let's change the strength while still keeping the duration there. The problem right now is their physics body is not very good. It's pretty shit. So when we stagger, we're probably going to want to do something custom here. Right now we have the physical animation hit, but we probably want something different. Do we? Wait, do we? Wait, do we? Oh, wait. Add an impulse at location is always spine 02. Wait, is it not? Oh, wait, no. We do have two. We have two of them. It hits the spine and it hits the head. What's kind of odd, though, is it never... I think the thing is we never read which bone is actually... That's not true. We do. Yeah, one problem I have right now is when you hit an enemy's legs, their legs kind of like don't do as much action as I would have liked. Possibly because it's not actually blending the weight at all. So, I wonder if we add this in here. Oh, we don't need literal. We just need this. The hit bone name. Ah! Where the fuck I am? Okay, so now if I hit an enemy's legs, Does it actually play? I think it is. Yes. Now we can see their legs kind of... It'd be really funny if you could, like, make someone fall over by hitting their legs. Maybe we can... If you do a direct hit on someone's legs... I'll probably just go back to my first person stuff. Multiplayer is doggy do. Well, you know, it's all just a case of learning, you know. Multiplayer is very hard though. Like, it is not. Multiplayer is not easy. Goodbye. Okay. We also got to bring back the bow. The bow has exited the building. We've not brought it back. Yeah. Should you add a diminishing return cooldown to the stagger so the player can't cheese fights? Probably. Yeah. I could see that being a good thing to put in. We could also maybe say that instead of a grunt only having one footing, we could give them a large amount of footing. CP. Where's F? I swear. The categories don't go in alphabetical order, do they? No, they do not. Well, that just fucking sucks a huge among... Let's set it to 2. So that means they take 2 strong attacks to break their attack. Actually, I don't know if I like that. No, I think just a cooldown on them being staggered might be the way to go. I think they just need a cooldown. Let me try not to balance too much right now. Let's try not to balance too much right now. I think if I balance too much right now, we might do things that we don't want to do yet. But I do think, yeah, that would probably be something we'd want to look into. But yeah, I could see that being a problem. I think one big problem right now is the spiders break. They have a tendency to just break. I feel like the spiders have more life to them than the grunt currently. Simulated life, not HP. As in like the way that they move and stuff. I think that's like the biggest thing is like the spiders when they're moving around have like better looking animations. Whereas right now the grunts literally just have a forward and back animation. They also do move around a lot differently. So we have a little bit of stuff to work on there. It'd be cool to make it to, so they can block. I'd be interested to see what it looks like when the grunt blocks. Because I want like stupid enemies as well. I think that would be interesting. We have like stupid sword enemies, and then we can have some like really smarter ones. But I would be interested to kind of just get that going for them. Get them blocking and stuff. That could be really, really cool. And then you can kick them to break their block. I gotta say, swinging right now, the sound effects do so much for the game. It is insane how much the change of sound effect has made it feel more like slicing. It does feel a little bit over the top, but maybe that's what we want, is a little bit over the top. Dude, that would be cool. But is that something we want? Facing the direction of an attack? I feel like... Yeah, I want to get them blocking. I feel like that'd be really interesting. Because I wonder if we could simulate back and forth dueling in a way. And make that a really fun element. Is back and forth dueling. Very similar to like dueling in Chivalry. Let's let's make it so when they stagger, we reset their attack cooldown a little bit. Actually, hold on. We're going to do one thing. When they stagger, we're going to remove them from aggression. We're going to replace the aggressive agent with someone else. We're going to try a duration of 1 second. So if they are aggressive, they'll be replaced by someone else. Which is currently not working. Dude, this replace aggressive agent just doesn't work. It just doesn't do it. It like does not work. Oh, wait, I'm stupid. This is going to replace any units with that unit, which is not what I want. I want to remove the aggressive unit, not replace them. Whoops. Whoopsies. It would appear I'm an idiot. Yes, yes. One might think. One could say. Listen. Let me just fix that real quick. Just whoops, that's not what I want. Remove aggressive agent. Yeah, there we go. That's what we want. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So now, if I stagger an enemy, they'll no longer be a part of the queue, and instead someone else will take their place. Or well, I was hoping that's how it would work, but for some reason it's not working. Oh, yes. Okay, we have to force... Oh, but then if we select aggressive units, it's going to select one of the units that's in front of us. Which, you know, we don't really want that to happen. Less than 1700 is ragdolling. I guess we just need to give them another state. Applying a tag. Yeah, I'm using a lot of booleans right now, but we're going to probably be... we're definitely going to be doing... like a lot of... yeah. Right now I'm doing a lot of like booleans and whatnot, but I think we are going to exchange a lot of these with tags. But I think we're going to do a lot of this in gameplay ability system too. Wait, we do have a tag for this. Now that I think about it, we do actually have a tag for this. The question is how do I access that tag in Blueprint? When we launch an enemy character, we give them a tag called character.impulse. Now, it's a gameplay event tag. I don't actually know if that's adding the tag to him. Can I check if a gameplay event was played recently? I know this sends it. I don't know if it actually applies the tag to him. Okay. Bring back staggering in here for the time being. But we are going to change this for sure. We're definitely going to change this. Let's change that to like strength 3, 250 with a duration of 1.3. That should be setting the duration properly. We're definitely going to want to change the strength curve, I think. Yeah, I know there's a has tag. But I don't actually know how to read. I would assume. Maybe. God, there's so much shit in here. Yeah, we'll figure that out later. We'll just do we'll just do a stupid boolean for now. Just so we can quickly just get this working. I just want this to quickly... I just want everything that we're doing right now, a lot of it is just quick and dirty. Let's just get it working, and then we can clean it all up. Clean up as much of it, because we got a bunch of booleans we can probably clean up here. Is ragdolling is aggressive? All of these could be gameplay tags. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. How does the launch character system work? GA launch character. Apply root motion force. Constant force on finish and ability. Asset tags character.impulse. I guess in here we could probably... I just want to read when this finishes. Dirty spaghetti. Yep. I guess what we could do is just do set timer. To be honest, it kind of triggers me how clean your blueprints are. Well, you want them to be all fucked up and shit right over here. Put this fucking thing here, you know, and just... Oh, hey, got some clean code over here, man. Got some clean code over here. Dude. Help. What can I say? I've seen enough dirty code, and I just don't, like, want to ever code like that. Because it just fucking... It gives me a headache. And I've made some pretty shitty code. You know what I mean? I made some pretty shitty code. Let's be real. Okay, so this will make it so they do not get selected if they're staggering. So that means when they start staggering... Oh, yeah, he's still going through with his attack. Stop that! No! Stop it! Don't do that! Stop! Cock! Can I do that in here? Attack task. Ah! Aha! Problem solved. I think. Alright, I guess I'll go fuck myself then. It would appear I made it worse. They are still going through with their attack. I think we have to... I think we have to put in their state tree. Wait. Wait, guys, wait. Wait, hold on. What do you mean? Wait. Wait, what do you mean? Wait. Hey, wait, guys. There's no conditions to read if he's staggering or not. What? Wait a second. Okay. Yeah, okay. Okay. Oh, yeah, I guess I'll go fuck myself. Paste all attributes, huh? Mother... Yeah. Surely. Why is copy pasting so ass in this? Why does it gotta be so ass? Okay, so now. Hold on. You know what? You do it. Looks like you stopped. So, if I stagger someone, someone else is going to take his place. Ideally. Okay, why are there only two of them attacking us? I think the spider, one of the spiders broke. That guy over there? No, this guy over here, he's broken? Wait, no, I don't understand. Wait, who's broken right now? Nah, he's fine. Look at him. He's fine. Look, see? Look. This just might be... I think that spider is having a rough day. You okay? I think the spider's having a really rough day. We have a problem where the spider code breaks a bit. I don't really know what's going on. Why is my computer running so... What you doing? If the enemy hits us with a block, I'm trying to think how I want to approach this. Okay, we're we're getting somewhere, I think. we're slowly getting somewhere. We're getting steps forward in a direction. In a direction. Are we overwriting? Okay, because I think here we hit them and launch them, but I think additionally, I think we override it. We override their hit in the stagger right here, which I think works. I think it's working. I don't know. I really hate how they run away when you're like running towards them. We have a check to see the distance between you and that enemy. Where's that? Wait, where do we do that? I don't actually remember where we do that. Where do we oh, wait. Wait, where do we what the aha, over here. Less than 350. Let's do less than 450. I would say at that point, we probably want that guy to become aggressive. Ah! What the hell's going on? Everyone's fighting us now. Everything hates us. You doing, Rock? All right. I think that's pretty good. But I think so. Right now, how does this get called? On query finished event. We should check. Okay, so right now we're checking the distance. Right? Less than 400. Let's do less than 400. We should also check, is the velocity of the player character going in the direction of the enemy currently? And if they are, stop backing up. Unless maybe we put in like a fear factor or something where it's like they're scared of the player character or something. That could be kind of funny. But we'd probably want them running in the opposite direction without focus. So let's do this. We're going to get their velocity. And then we'll normalize it. This will give us the direction. And then we could do a dot product. Yeah, find do 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 do. Want the forward vector. If this is like more than, I don't know, let's say 0.75, that means we are running towards the player character. And then that's going to be an OR here. And let's see how that works. So if we start running at the enemy, but honestly, we might also want to check their distance. Oh no. This is a lot of calculations going on. This is, you know, this, yeah, maybe not so good, but let's check that their distance is less than 700 or 800. This should result in them not like magically starting to run away from us because, you know, not cool. So if we start running at an enemy who's not aggroed right now. So this is basically, if you start picking a fight with literally everyone, that's what you're going to get, basically. Let's do less than 600 units. I wonder if doing strong attacks should eat up stamina. And then light attacks don't eat up stamina. Should I mess around with that? I don't know. That could be like a good way to balance out the strong attacks. Could be a good way of balancing it out. I don't know. Why wouldn't the light take stamina too? I feel like that's too much of like a... The light attack doesn't cancel attacks, right? It doesn't cancel an attack, it just deals damage. I feel like what we could do for the light is your light attack could be slower if you run out of stamina. Woo! Like that could be the thing that we do there. Like all of your attacks end up becoming really slow. Almost like you're kind of fatigued a little bit. Let's try that. I think that would be our best balancing system. Blocking attacks also eats up stamina. Are you still wanting it to be slower combos? It feels almost like Doom, but melee. I want it to be kind of in the middle. I don't want it to be too slow in the sense where it's like you start feeling sloggy. I kind of do want you to feel a little bit like Doom Guy in the sense where it's like you're kind of like a fucking almost unstoppable force. You know what I mean? I think that would be a really cool element. But I do think it is going to lean a lot more into like slower, methodical kind of combat while having a fast-paced element to it. Ideally, I think that would be cool if we could do that, right? If we can. Drain stamina, I believe, is the function we're going to want to use. And then we want to do primary attack. This is the strong attack. But if heavy attacks you can't animation cancel, but light attacks you can. I do have some ideas for that. You actually can, if you block right at the beginning of the attack, you can cancel it. So if I do a light attack and then right click, you can see that it... But I do think we will probably... You can hold right click, which is incorrect, and it counts as a block. We can't tell now because now strong attacks cancel an attack entirely, but... Yeah, the kick does not eat up stamina, but it might. All of these things might change with time. You know, Archstrong, how's it going? But let's make it so doing a strong attack eats up some stamina. Stamina is 100. Okay, so let's do every heavy attack is 20 stamina. Now, one thing that we have right now is stamina instantly regens. I think we're going to want to give it a delay before it starts regenerating again. I actually don't know how regen stamina gets called. So let's see, how does this get called? Oh, on tick. Oh. Oh. Well, of course. Yes, of course. Yeah. On tick. Ah. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you think this game will have power-ups? It will. I have plans for like Risk of Rain style items and stuff. I've been more so focusing on like just core gameplay right now rather than items. But it will have like stuff for that for sure. An idea I have is also some sort of like rune tree where you can like pick specific runes when you go into a game and kind of change a little bit of your build, your like base build, I guess. And it would be cool to have some stuff in there too. But that's, you know, if we end up getting to that scope. That is if we end up getting to that scope. For all we know, the game could literally just be the sword and maybe a bow. And then maybe we like, I don't know, do some stuff. But we'll see. That would be ideally the plan, is to give the player control over their build. Am I making a game or something for the marketplace? I am making a game. Making a game. I am gonna go on ahead and start a container for tags. Because I'm gonna start going crazy with all these booleans. So, character impulse. Let's go ahead. Character impulse. Let's just add something here. Character.stamina.blocked. Stamina cooldown? Stamina cooldown. Blocking and not. We'll probably do has any tag, I think. So stamina cooldown. When we drain stamina, is there a node to give a tag for a period of time? Like a built-in system? I don't think there is. I think you'd have to use gameplay. You'd have to use one of the gameplay effects or whatever. Yeah. For now, let's just use a timer. I think ideally we'd want to turn all of this to gas though. But, you know, we're at least getting started with using the tags. So we're going to add a tag, which is going to be stamina cooldown. So then that way the stamina will not immediately regenerate. And then let's set a timer by function name to remove stamina. Add loose gameplay tag. Ability system blueprint library. It manually adds a set of tags to a given actor and optionally replicates them. How do you read that? Loose. Remove loose gameplay tag. So then how do you read from that gameplay tag? Whatever. No, I don't know if it's just an actor object reference. I think this would typically be put inside of a gameplay effect, because if you search up loose gameplay tag, you can see that it's under gameplay effect category. Also, additionally, the loose gameplay tag doesn't have an associated duration to it, unfortunately. Sadly, we cannot do things that way. That's fine. So this cooldown is going to be for, let's see, 0.5 seconds. Here, Vinny. I'm going to do remove stamina cooldown. I want to, like, I guess we could set it as deprecated. But I do want to have, like, a section that's like, hey, let's remove this. Let's change this system. But, oh well. Tag is going to be stamina cooldown. Done. So now our stamina will not regen. if we are under a cooldown. So you can see that, you see like in the corner there, it like stops for a bit. ASC implements gameplay tag asset interface, which is gameplay tag related functions like hashtag to call the ASC ones. C++ only. Oh, okay. So there might be some. It took away your stamina per enemy hit. No. It's just a flat value. It's because when I dodge, it also removes it. You know, I was thinking of making it harder, but now that I'm seeing it, especially with the dodging, you have to be like really methodical. The dodging takes up most of your stamina. Why not just make the cooldown an actual gameplay effect? It's just, it takes so fucking long right now for my brain to get into gas mode, and then I get gassed out. But I will, definitely, I will. All of that stuff I'm probably going to turn into gameplay ability systems. Or gameplay effects and whatnot, because we're going to use attributes most likely in the future. So you can see when we do a strong attack at 0, we can already get a fatigue system going, actually. The fatigue system's gonna be really, I'm already looking at it now. It's gonna suck. It's gonna suck. Yeah. Okay, if stamina, if it's less than or equal to 0, we can already create fatigue right here. If false, 0.5. If true, it's going to be 1.2 seconds of fatigue. Then we want to check here. Again, check if it's less than or equal to 0. False, just go through. And if true, we're going to add another gameplay tag in here. Which is going to be a new one. It's going to be fatigue. So now we can do some interesting stuff here. So fatigue means we'll regenerate stamina slower. So you can see it's a lot slower right now. It's a lot slower. It's not regenerating at all. Oh, because I changed the... I'm stupid. Whoopsies! I'm an idiot. Can I remove multiple gameplay tags? Ah! Remove gameplay... Remove loose... No. Ah. Gameplay container. Yeah, whatever. I can't be fucking bothered right now. Listen, I'm trying to learn a skill to not get stuck on something for too long, okay? If something does not provide me like that much value and it's just one node difference, let's move on. Come on. We got how many days we got on the call? We got 16 days, 9 hours, 11 minutes, 55 seconds, all right? We can't be fucking around right now. Yeah, you're probably going to need to wait on duration change tasks, C++ anyway, for UE feedbacks. We're going to need, yeah, a lot of, it's just too much stuff. Yeah. Remove stamina CD, fatigue. Let's get pumped up. No, don't say that. Don't say that. Don't use those combination of words. Do not use those. What's that timer for? Is this a jam project? It's my first, I guess, goal to work towards, which is first prototype playtest, right? That's the first like thing that I'm working towards. Is I want to get people trying out the game as soon as possible to see if it's, you know, fun and a viable thing to keep working on. I don't want to like work on something for months and months and months and it not being good, right? So I think I'm taking that I'm taking the one thing that I am probably preaching, which is playtest often, playtest early. Yeah, I'll probably be posting it up on Discord. Yeah, I'll probably be posting up on Discord. Is that the countdown for console release? No. No, not console release, no. I would say this is solved, by the way. Pain points of gameplay loop. Only way to deal with enemy attacks is dodge away from, which doesn't feel very intuitive. We've added the blocking and parrying. We've also added the strong attacks, which is also one way of dealing with the attack, which is a lot more like run-in attacking kind of stuff. Enemy attacks are uninteresting and not enough anticipation frames. This is something we need to work on, which I think will be a lot of animation and sound work. Only 3 health currently. Yep, we're going to want to do that. We're going to want to bring in a new health system before this and different enemy types. Yeah. By the way, in this gameplay loop, it's saying the item system. I don't think we're going to include the item system in this first prototype playtest. Yeah, I don't. 8 enemy variants. I don't know. I think we'll see. Anything could happen in 2 weeks. Anything could happen in 2 weeks, but yeah. Past Crim was very ambitious. Yeah. Boss fight? Hell no. I think this is going to be like survive as long as possible kind of vibe. Just really basic. I think it'll just be like basic enemies. I want a couple flying enemies. That could be really fun. We could have a couple different melee enemy types. Maybe some of them do like a ground slam that shows like a big red box in front of you, and if you don't dodge out of that, you get damaged and whatever, shit like that. You know what I mean? I think those would be fun attack variants where you have to like approach it a little differently. Yeah. Past Crim is very ambitious. He wanted 100 floors, imagine. Listen, I'm a dreamer, but I think a skill I have nowadays is I am able to ground the scope a lot sooner. I think that's something that I was able to teach myself. But I still do like to dream, you know? The 100 floors thing could be really sick still, you know? It would take that roguelite element and make it feel less roguelite-esque, I guess. And the feeling of a linear progression would be there. But at the same time, I do have other games that I do want to work on as well. And I'm getting old. I'm getting, you know, we're starting to get somewhere in terms of my age, so. We're going to change this has tag to has any tags. Does not have any tag. We're going to say, can I not just make a container? Yes, there we go. Sick. In here, we're going to put cooldown and fatigue. Does not have any tags. Let's see if that's working still. I can't tell if the fatigue system is working. Okay, so we are adding the tag. Is 1.2 seconds just like not long enough? Let's try 3 seconds, maybe just to get it. Oh yeah. So let's try 2 seconds. Or maybe 3. I also want to check if we are already fatigued. Let's not Because if we keep strong attacking while we're fatigued, let's make it 2 seconds. I'm curious to see if that could work. Random float in range for living on the edge. Oh, God. Oh, God. What up, Freddy? See, I think what could be really cool here is fatigue could be a item. As in, like, an item that you can reduce your fatigue percentage, like how long it lasts for. Then you can get other things like how much stamina is taken away from dashing. You know, there's a lot of potential for items there. That could be fun. Yes. Yes. Okay. Now that we have fatigue, though, what we can do, which is really neat here, is we can go to our attack. And what we can do is do some stuff like this. So this goes 1.2, right? We can instead make it so the strong attack is 30% slower. I think that's 30%. I'm making up numbers now. Then the light swing attack, we can make it so that one is also slower. If we are fatigued, we'll do 0.7. But the fatigue doesn't last that long. And honestly, we could probably... Also, another problem. The sound effect is not changing based off of our play rate, which is not very good either. So we don't really get a very, like, audio representation of what is actually going on. It's more of, like, what's there. Try 5 seconds. The problem with 5 seconds is if we do 5 seconds, it's going to keep resetting it every single time we're in this. So 3 seconds, I think, is like really rough. See, it keeps resetting the timer. I guess it makes sense. It makes you not want to... Well, for one, you can't dodge anymore. But you can still light swing, so it's just much slower. And I imagine we'll have a stagger if you block with 0 stamina as well. We'll have like a... Yeah, 3, I think 3 is a good enough number. I think 5 would work if it didn't reset. But even then, might be a bit much. And then we'll make it so the sound changes based off of... I think the strong attack should eat up more stamina. Right now it's 20. Let's make it 28. Random ass number. Am I using audio in the montage notify? I am, and the thing that's really annoying about that is I don't have much control over that from a parameter standpoint, so I'd have to make my own notify for it, I think. Okay, we're starting to feel pretty good. Oh, he reset his attack cooldown that quickly? Wait, what resets their attack cooldown? I don't even remember. I don't remember. We did something to their attack cooldown. I remember we just did it.
Huh?
Oh, when we replace the aggressive agent. What do we call that? How is it that he was attacking so often? It's possible that they just replaced themselves, but we'll see. It's feeling pretty good. Honestly, a part of me was thinking, once we get a little bit more going, I kind of want to see how people feel about trying a really basic version of all this, even before the first test, but I think we should just wait. Might give us a more impactful result. Keep the sword making bullet holes in the walls. It's a feature at this point. What do you mean? I'll sacrifice my machine for this? That is another good question. I actually have no idea That was, I think, why I wanted to do a test, is to see how heavy, how heavy, how heavy this is currently on PCs. Yeah, you can definitely tell the speed difference. Also, I think there's a bug where it's like you can double attack. Yeah. You can do like a double attack or something. Now we'll see. The fatigue might be an annoying feature, like an annoying mechanic, for all I know. So that is something I'd like to play around with for sure as well. $5,700 X3D 4070 Super, 64 gigs. Yeah, that's pretty higher end, I'd say. That's pretty high end. I'm curious if a 1080 could run this game, or even like a 1070. I wonder if a 1070 could play this game. $1080 can run anything? I know, I used to have one. That card. It stayed with me for so long. Until it didn't. But I still appreciate its efforts. It did so much for me. I don't know if you guys noticed, I can also do this. Oh! I'm checking if the montage play rate is less than 1. Which is not a very good way to check that. Let's check if it's 0.7. There we go. That should stop the problem from occurring. Felt you were spinning? This is spinning. I feel like the attack should... Okay. The crazy in me is I feel like... Because I spun there, I feel like I should be able to hit that guy multiple times. But I feel like that shouldn't be a thing. It's just, I really want it to be a thing. Fireball. Also, something that is not good is holding block stops your stamina regen. So holding it too long is not good for you. Especially if you are out of stamina, like this. And then ideally, I think what would happen is if you get hit like that, maybe you get like... You get like kind of soft stunned a little bit. Insane optimal gameplay strat, or to get on the leaderboard top 10 you need to up your TPI to 20,000. Yeah, I got a spin macro. By the way, you can technically do that right now, actually. I wish I had like a camera that could show me like that happening from a third person view without me having to put in multiplayer. The backwards wall running, we need to fix that. I almost need to do something on the HUD, which indicates that we are fatigued. I feel like we need a little HUD element, like the stamina bar flashing red or something. We do have a system here that sets stamina bar value. We could check if it becomes 0. Why is this? It's not a panel, it's a P bar. Dash P bar. Progress bar. Fill color and opacity. This will be our basic version, just setting the color. So currently it's white, so just white. Otherwise red. If you go into listen server and go 2 players in the editor, I think it'll spawn a second at the same map. It will, but you still need to do replication, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. You still have to do, even though it is a listen server, I'm pretty sure you still... Now I actually, because of that, I can't move my mouse anymore. Why? What happened? Yeah, it unfortunately does not work. Yeah. There's no way of like viewing yourself from a third party without maybe using like a render target. But then a render target is like pretty performance heavy. I guess no matter what, if you have a second renderer, I guess it'll always be performance heavy. Oh, I'm stupid. The fill color and opacity is when the progress bar fills. Not the background of the progress bar. That would make sense. We actually have to do that on the background image. Which is not good. I swear there was a way of changing a color of a widget just outright. Oh, guess it's time to add multiplayer. Pukes all over the table. Falls back in chair. Set members. Oh, balls. Is there really no easy way for me to do this? Ah. Why is the text so small? Sorry, I didn't mean to yell. I'm just a little... Why is it so small? That's what she said. Okay. Dash bar. The webcam looking extra tilted today? It's not. It's literally not. It's not. I think your screen is tilted. I think your screen is tilted. That's it. Obviously, it would look a lot nicer if it was flashing, but for now, we'll just have a red bar. We'll just have it in, it's just very red, with maybe some opacity. We probably want some opacity in there still. Ideally, it flashing would be great, but this is a prototype, not a, hey, everything looks fucking nice and dandy and whatever. Dude, everything's attacking me. We should probably put that attack. We should probably put that attack priority system in now. Get off me, spider! Excuse me? Yeah, don't look at me like that. You know what you did. Cheater. Ah! Okay, I don't know why that happens. Don't ask me why. I literally don't know why. I don't know why the spider goes through the wall. He's a bit of a... I don't know why he does that. I don't really know why he... does that at all. Don't really know why he does that. Kind of wish I knew, but I don't know why. Nothing in here sets his collision to something else, so I don't really know why. The only thing is we set them to flying. But I'm pretty certain setting them to flying doesn't magically just make their collision not work. You know, I don't know why, but this guy's collision's kind of weird. Is it breaking because his half height is too close to the radius? Hmm. Her. Eh. What can you do? What was I looking at? Oh, let's make it so parrying knocks back the enemy a bit, or staggers them. Yes. Yes, I do say. I think so. I do say yes. I say I do say. Okay, in here. Successful parry. Source, actor. Source should be the enemy. I think. I believe so. So we'll get the source, not clock source. No, source. The source, yes. What the fuck happened to my buttons? That was weird. Cast 2, base enemy character, which should not have a huge upfront cost, because it's the base character. Yeah. Yes. Yes. And we'll go ahead and start stagger. Now, no. We're actually going to damage their footing. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is so when an enemy has larger footing, you parrying them would also damage their footing, which would be great. So for like larger enemies that would take more hits to take down, you could like parry them a bunch of times in a row, and like that would stagger them, which I think is very like very Souls-esque, I guess. So get actor location of us. Find lookout rotation. Forward vector. I guess we'll just multiply it by a random fucking number for now. 2,000. That's my number. 2,000. Take it or leave it. I don't really like get forward vector because it might mean... Just do this. We just want the yaw. There we go. There we go. There we go. We're starting to... Now we're working with... Now we're doing some stuff. All right, parry. Let's parry. Parry. There we go. Damn it, spider behind me.
The damn spider behind me.
What the... There we go. That's a parry. I don't know if you guys can tell, but that's a parry. Huh. What happened? Guys, I don't know what happened. End stagger works, right? Yeah, it does that, and then and then we select, yeah. Which, to be fair, we probably don't need this part. I'm gonna be honest. Let's just cut that out. Let's just not do that. Just use get unit direction, no need for rotator. Get unit direction. Oh. Interesting. Let me keep that here, and we'll just swap that out later. Does this give us basically a forward vector? It's basically doing this. What we could do then is just do X, Y, X, Y. And I would assume that would work the same way, right? Oh my god. I don't know why they're not attacking. Something weird going on. Okay, yeah, you asshole. There's a Zahib. Grim, I feel like you fought these enemies for the past 10 streams. Listen, man, I've been adding a lot of stuff. Something... these two spiders are doing it. Sorry, I didn't mean to do any... Yeah, sorry. I miss Fireball Guy. I think Fireball Guy is broken. I'm pretty sure Fireball Guy... Let's try. Bring in the mage. Bring in the mage. I have no idea if he still works. Bring in the mage. Oh my god, he works. Dude, mage guy's still here. But he needs his own attack system. He like walks up to us to attack us. Yeah, I thought I could block that. Yeah, I'll be honest. I thought I could block that. Oh, I see why his thing is not appearing. Custom primitive data. It's still not appearing, but maybe it will. Oh, there it is. Hey! Whoa. He's back. Fireball guy's back. He's gonna need an entirely different state tree, though. He's gonna need an entirely different state tree. Shit. I don't remember what that variable was. And I don't know where... I'm in the wrong place. That's probably why. Mage. Distance. Attack. Aha. Attack acceptable radius. 400. But he needs something different. He's already dead. Fireball guy's already dead. Fireball! Lightning arc! Fireball! Imagine if this game was so fucking like ridiculous where you actually have to... Like that one game where you have to actually say the spell. Parry the fireball. Wait, actually I didn't take any damage. That actually might have worked. Wait, hold on. Nope, that dealt damage to me. That hurt. Idiot. This... I don't know why there's something so funny about just punching and kicking a dude. Especially the spiders. Yeah, you can kick enemies and then they can also topple over and then get up. They'll get up. They'll get up. They'll get up, see? He'll get up. But for some reason they're breaking. I broke their AI. I don't know what happened. Everyone has stamina. Love how you could slide around when charging the kick. Video games! I hate these errors because it like every time an error warning is on the screen, it lowers your FPS. I know, it's crazy, huh? I don't know why the spiders just break. Whenever you parry them, they just break. Why do they just break? Oh, I know exactly why they just break. Guys, I found the problem. On interrupt, they're no longer... Oh god, this code. I'm gonna puke. Did I aim at the parry and attack animations inside of Yui or made them externally? The pose for the parry and the block are... the parry and attack... well, we don't have a parry animation yet, but the block animation, yeah. The pose is just Blender. All of it is Blender for the most part right now. I think. Okay, what are you doing? Alright, alright, just... Oh yeah, we're pairing. What? That's bullshit. Yeah, where are you walking to? Where are you going? Is he going? What the? They behave like real players. Arc Raiders players. What? Alright. We are getting some... What's on our list? Fix the grunt skeleton. Don't say that. Jeez. It's not funny. Staggering system somehow we're getting somewhere with it, but it's not exactly there yet. We need them to have some little walking animations while they're moving around. We need them to yeah, we need them to have a walking animation. All right. We're feeling pretty good. I'm going to take a little short break just to stand up because I haven't stood up. My blood flow is kind of so I'm going to get some water. Yeah. Chat, how are we feeling about the game so far? Is it looking goog? It's very fun slicing at enemies and moving your attacks and shit, but yeah, we still, you know, still got some shit to do. We got to fix the popper. I'm pretty sure the popper's animations are all broken right now. So, well, he's not so bad. We could probably bring him into the test. He ain't so bad. What happens if you cancel this guy's attack? You can't. Arcadey speed game or Dark Messiah kind of deal? Kind of a mix. I want it to be methodical, but I also want the player to be able to kind of do things quickly. If they can keep up with the pacing. So I don't know yet. I think it'd be cool to have like a mix of like Doom with Dark Messiah, but you know, we'll see. That's kind of clashing in terms of like pacing. Just make it a battle royale. All right, all right, all right. Yeah. Okay. Okay, we have some stuff we need to fix for these guys. Whoa! Nice! Yeah. Feeling pretty good of it so far, I think, ish, kind of, maybe, potentially. Yeah. I don't really know what the pacing's going to be exactly. Um, I kind of want some more ranged enemies, though. You know what I mean? Like guys with bows shooting arrows at you and stuff. It'd be cool to be able to parry the. Can you imagine parrying the arrows? Tong, tong. That could be sick. That could be awesome. You have to parry them. If you only block, it doesn't count as a hit. Wait, did I just kill him in one hit? Mage? Mage? He's gone. He's fucking gone. He's withering away. No. Okay. I'm gonna quickly get some water, take a little break, walk around. Um, yeah. I was gonna end the stream, but then I was like, you know what? Let's just keep this going. Let's just keep it going. So I'll be right back. Give me a moment. Hello. Okay. I got some water. What's next? What are we doing next on the chopping block? Fix the grunt skeleton. Oh, no. Don't tell me that. I don't want to look at that. Don't tell me to look at the skeleton. I don't want to touch that. Although we probably are going to have to fix his animations. And, you know, if we have an enemy that has a bow, we're probably going to have to make some bow animations. Ah! Oh. Oh. Looking good from when I last saw it. Thank you, Thomas. Yeah, it's you know, it's feeling, you know what? It's feeling like a video game. So that's pretty good. I run away. Well, that ended quick. I think maybe one of the next things we should do is put in the health bar in. Yeah. I recognize that charge up sound on the fireball guy. Which one? What is it? I don't remember. That's one of Randy's remnant stuff that we'll probably replace with something else. But it's probably a sound effect that's being pitched up, if I were to guess. Yeah, I think one of the next steps is changing the health system. I'm also curious. He doesn't have a sound effect when he starts his attack. But I kind of want to add, give him a sound effect. Oh, that doesn't have any attenuation. I guess we could just... Let's just do that one for now. It's technically not what I want, but... Let's see what it sounds like. It's really delayed. Let's follow his hand right. I don't know if that's timed correctly. They have like that sound effect for some reason has a really big delay. We're also going to want some cool particle effects when we do the parry. That's going to be huge. Yeah, the enemies don't have an enormous amount of, like, anticipation frames, especially the spider. You almost can't tell that they're about to lunge. They also don't really make a sound effect when they're about to lunge either. You made this arena but never fight in it? I will. I've tested it. I've tested it. I think I've determined that the hallways being too small is not very good. We don't want it to be too small. For the playtest, we're probably going to want to make the entire thing like an arena. We're probably going to want to fill in the entire space. But yeah. What's the game's goal? Get to the top of the tower, which takes, I think our current design is you have to go through 5 different floors. Kind of Risk of Rain style, trying to find like a teleporter or whatever. For the playtest though, it's just gonna be endless waves of like enemies coming at you. With increasing difficulty, just so we can get a feel of like if the combat's going in the right direction or whatnot. We will see. Yeah. When's the playtest going to be and how to enlist? There's no way of enlisting right now. It'll probably just be on a whim. But it'll be probably on the Discord, I'm thinking. And it's going to be in hopefully 16 days. So 2 weeks, basically. And yeah, hopefully we have most of the stuff done. To at least get a good picture of if it's going in a right direction or not. I'll download a crypto miner for you. I don't have a Steam page up, so everyone's going to be downloading directly from a Google Drive. So if you don't have a certificate on Windows, unfortunately what will happen is it will be like, hey, this is a virus. Or it could be a virus. It's going to have that fucking shit, so... If you do get access, access at your own peril, I guess. Because I don't have the Steam page up, so... I'm a little suspicious as to why the popper can't be kicked. Oh, because he doesn't have a physics body. Ah. Good. Very good, yes. Very good. I didn't want to create a skeleton for him. I wanted to select a skeleton. Okay, I guess I'll just break everything. Thanks, Unreal. Thank you. Now, I can't select the crawler because it'll be broken. All right, fine. You know what? Fuck you, skeleton. I'll fix you later. God. I guess our pauper doesn't have any skeleton then. I'm sorry, pauper. You're just kind of annoying. Oh. I have to change the curve when we because he's supposed to be like a lot quicker going out, but he moves at a constant rate. We also need a fail block, or not fail block, but like if you tried to block or parry with 0 stamina. Maybe we should make it so successfully parrying an attack gives you back stamina. A thought. An idea, perhaps. Can we get boba tea power-ups? What? Why would there be boba tea power-ups? But why? Would be my next question. What would be the intention of boba tea power-ups? Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to get the items in by November 21st. That's we haven't even gotten started. Like, I guess we could get started like tomorrow. We should bring back the bow though. The bow has been out of the game since we added blocking and parrying, which is to say, I guess not that long ago. I don't know how long that's been. I don't know, maybe like a week. You ever think about how hamsters' eyes look like boba? No, the hamster's eyes are not edible. Well, I guess... Never mind. Don't... What the hell are you saying? Your weapon system, melee and range. Right, we need to bring back the bow. We need to bring back the bow. But we needed it to be a button to swap between the sword and the bow. So, I guess we'll just make 1 and 2. One. I don't even remember how we swapped to the... Never mind. I already answered my question. 2. Wait, I did this wrong. The above one should be 2. All right, so now if we hit 1 or 2, we should switch out the weapon. I forgot. Those are our abilities buttons. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Tab. Tab. Hit tab key. Keyboard tab. Okay. Tab. Flippity floppity. And look at that, it's already working. We can even block with the bow. Which, unintended, but sure, we'll take it. Yeah, that works. Yeah, tab works as a button. Oh, hey, the fire alarm. That's cool. I love the sound of the fire alarm. Alright, well. I'm glad that's back in the game. Didn't take much to do that. Anyways, I'm just gonna head out. I'm gonna head out. Fire alarms are gonna make a fucking headache and shit. I'll see you guys on tomorrow. What day is it today? Tuesday. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the Wednesday stream. Yep. Yep. Yeah, have a great day, everybody. Thanks for dropping by. Thanks for lurking, chat, and sticking around. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for some more working game. We're getting there. It's actually feeling like a game now. Who'd have thought? All right. Goodbye.